welcome to Good Sports Podcast. This is going to be a bit of an M solo segment because Hayes is running almost 40 minutes late to a 2-hour room reservation. For a change of pace, I'm going to talk about an actual sport. I went to my first, I wasn't competing, derbying, but I went to a roller derby competition yesterday. Derby, game, well, there were 2 games. And it's a cool sport. Definitely a very queer environment. I figured out how the sport works after watching a couple of jams, is what they're called, a couple of rounds. But the conclusion I've come to is that no one who plays roller derby, does roller derby, whatever the verb is for roller derby, can explain it. The friend I was there to see, he was trying so hard to explain it, but he was using a bunch of terms in order to explain other terms, which was profoundly unhelpful. And they passed out little pamphlets with the rules, also profoundly unhelpful. So my hypothesis is that no one who regularly does roller derby is capable of explaining it to people who don't know what's going on. But very cool vibe, very queer. If you have the opportunity to go watch, I heavily recommend. I'd say like a B+ tier sport. Some critiques, one of the 2 games was really close right up until the end. But the first game, it was very clear who was going to win after about 15 minutes. And the full games last an hour. Like, that's part of the rules, is that the full games last an hour. That's a bit long, especially because each of the jams, each of the rounds goes about the same way. And there's maybe 40-ish jams per game. Let's cut that down just a little bit, is my critique. And that's been M's Sports Review. Potentially a recurring segment if Hayes continues to be late and I continue to learn more sports. Unlikely, considering that prior to this, the last time I watched sports was when I was in the pep band in college, and I still don't understand the rules of football.
Hello. Welcome to Good Sports Podcast.
I already did that part.
You already did the intro?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I was 40 minutes late. At 11 a.m. when I was supposed to arrive here, I was still in bed. I am violently hungover. My car is breaking down as I was trying to drive here. I don't know. I've just had a rough past couple days. It's been rough. I gave my girlfriend COVID.
Great.
So that's been fun. I had to cancel our plans last week. I'm not even really having a bad time. I'm just really hungover.
Have you drank water?
A little. I had maybe like 3 ounces of water and like 75% of a yogurt protein shake.
You should drink some water right now. And
yeah.
I will make sure to amplify your drinking sounds.
I haven't had any coffee. And usually I come in here with a nice coffee. So that should tell you how late I was today. That I couldn't even find the time to get a coffee.
I did wonder if you were going to show up fully 45 minutes late with a coffee.
No, that would be too far even for me. Because if I had gotten a coffee, I would have been maybe like an hour late. And I was hustling.
Yeah.
I was hustling. I rented a parking spot near here so
Hustling.
that I could be closer. And plus, Ubers are just getting too expensive. But now I wish I'd taken the Uber because my car started making this horrible sound on the way here.
Oh, God.
It was like, burp, 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 burp. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, chill the fuck out. And everyone around me started like slowing down, like in case my car would like explode.
No.
And you know that car exploded recently on the interstate.
While you were driving it or someone else was driving it?
No, I had nothing to do with it. It's just a car exploded on the interstate.
Oh, I thought that you said that car, and I was like, your car?
No, my God, I would have led with that if my car exploded.
Like you said that car, and I was like, the car you drove here?
No, it was a random car that caught on fire. This has been happening a lot recently, but this one actually exploded. Apparently, a piece of metal came off of a truck and hit the battery of the electric vehicle, and that caused it to explode. And there were no injuries, but it like shut down the interstate for like a full day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah. Well, you barely leave your house and don't drive, so how would you have heard about it?
I do drive.
Wait, what? You can drive?
I've literally driven you places
no,
before.
No, you didn't.
I dropped you off at home.
In what car? In my car?
In my car.
When did you drive me? And you have a car?
Yeah.
You trying to sell it?
No, my mom and I share it, so she's going to have it.
Your mom trying to sell it?
No.
I did not want to be here today.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I was like maybe 1% away from saying I'm not coming
Mhm.
or like doing this for my house.
Right.
But I had already paid for
Sunk cost fallacy.
No, I don't think it's a fallacy. I think it's like, well, I invested my money and time into reserving this parking spot, and
That's
I'm
the sunk
gonna...
cost fallacy.
No, it's not a fallacy though. It's real. No,
Yeah, you're living in this sunk cost reality.
It's a sunk cost reality. If it had been like, it's really not worth it to come here, but I do think it's valuable to be here in person doing our podcast because I think it's better in person. Which is going to suck for our listeners when you move to France.
Yeah.
Because we're never going to be in person again.
I got my plane ticket for that.
Wow. How much was it?
Like, well, because I'm only going one way, so it was like $450. But I also...
Wait, you find first class?
I was like, I don't want to do more than one layover.
Oh, okay. You have a layover?
Well, because there's no direct flight. I probably could have gotten it like $50 to $100 cheaper if I had been like, okay, I'll take 2 layovers.
No.
But I was like, I am going to be on a bus that night. I don't want 2 layovers.
With all of your stuff?
With some of my stuff.
Are you shipping some of it?
No. So my plan is I'm going to have 2 suitcases and a backpack.
Okay.
And that's it. I'm not going to be flying there with bedding, with pots and pans, etc. So my plan is I'm going to arrive, drop off most of my stuff, and then get on a bus to go crash with my friend for like a week. And while I'm there, buy a bunch of crap.
Okay. And you already have an apartment?
Yes.
Is it furnished?
Yes.
Okay. So I got some feedback on my voice recently.
Okay.
Not real feedback, but my girlfriend, she's a trans woman for context. So I feel like that is needed for this not to sound shitty. But she was like, oh, if you ever do voice training, they're probably going to tell you to not modulate your voice as much, and that will make it sound more masculine, because I was talking about wanting my voice to sound more like a man's voice. And I just don't think I can do that.
It's definitely a lot, and this goes for like quote unquote passing tips in general. They make you kind of boring.
It's like you want to sound like a straight man.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, I'm just not a straight man.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna be a straight man.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cis man.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to sound like a cis man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't mind sounding like a trans man. I hate
Yeah.
when people are like, oh, well, trans men sound so gay and they just have a weird
This
voice.
is a call out for I hate you.
Who is that person? Is
he's
someone you know?
No, he's a YouTuber.
Oh.
Who his whole thing for a while was reacting to TikToks or like YouTube videos of young transmasculine, predominantly non-binary people who he would just make fun of. And
why?
Because they were feminine, because they weren't trying to pass enough, because they had a different opinion than him about assorted trans discourse.
What an asshole.
It's a whole thing.
And he's a trans man himself?
Yeah. He was like 16, 17, 18 at the time. He like cyberbullied people so bad they ended up in the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Add to the list of people we have beef.
One of the things he caused to enter the zeitgeist is when he would react to someone and they had been on T, there's a certain type of voice that sometimes trans people get. He called it the voice.
Wow.
He's not doing this stuff as much in the past like 5 years.
Did he like apologize?
He's a YouTuber, so like yes,
but it wasn't genuine.
But no.
But no. Okay.
Anyway.
But I've heard this, and it probably, I'm sure it didn't originate from him, but popularized by him, of the voice of trans men who are on T who sound gay. I don't feel like talking like this.
Yeah,
you know, like that's just not me, and I'm not gonna like force myself to talk like a totally different person because I am the same person. Yeah. I just have a lower register now. I'm sure it's gonna continue to lower. So I just refuse to sound like every other boring straight man named Trent or whatever. So what's up with you?
Well, I've already talked about roller derby, but you weren't here for that.
Wait, you talked about roller derby without me?
Yeah.
Did you just do a whole segment of the podcast by yourself?
Yeah.
You were that bored?
It was like 4 minutes.
Don't you have games on your phone?
I do.
Damn.
I'm in this room. I might as well, talk about sports on the Good Sports podcast.
Oh, you said sports, but I didn't realize roller derby was a sport.
What else would it be?
A performance.
A gay mating ritual?
Like a show.
It's both.
So did you go see roller derby?
Yeah.
Are you joining roller derby?
No, I've never successfully done roller skates, anything on roller skates.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't
what
happen for
happens
me.
when you put them on? Do you just...
My legs, they don't stay the same distance apart. They like always get farther apart, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm always so scared to pick up my foot and like fix it. So I'm just like
You're too scared to pick up your foot?
I'm just like getting closer and closer to a split. And like I can get pretty far into a split. So I just, yeah.
I'm just picturing you on rollerblades just slowly panicking. As
not
you,
rollerblades,
like,
roller skates.
Roller
Blades
skates.
do not happen for me.
I would not put you in rollerblades. I would put you in roller skates. I mean, actually I wouldn't, because you would do the splits, but you know. People probably think you're doing a trick. They're like, woo, go man, yeah, get that split. You're like, I'm dying, I'm about to crash.
Yeah, it's not good. I had the same experience when one of my friends tried to teach me how to longboard.
Oh no, it's too hard. It's way harder than roller skating, skateboarding and longboarding.
Oh, I had an easier time skateboarding.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Stopping was a bit rough. I would just jump off and hit the ground running to lose the momentum.
I have never intentionally stopped a skateboard.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I can like get it going and I can keep it going and I can kind of stay on it, but I really don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
I think you gotta like do something fancy, but I
can't do that.
Yeah. But it's cool. I had a good time there. I'm convinced that no one is capable of explaining the rules.
Are there rules?
There are rules. There's like points and stuff. There's winners and losers.
I didn't know they were keeping score.
Yeah. The friend I was there to see live narrated a couple of they call them jams. Completely unhelpful. And then he went to go do it, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I'm just watching what the referees are doing, and I understand what's going on.
Okay. You just intuitively understood it.
Yeah.
It's just your maleness.
What?
Your maleness.
Yeah, what does that have to do with it?
You just inherently saw the sport, and you were like, oh, yeah, I get it.
Interesting.
Bioessentialism.
And it says a lot about my maleness that the only sport I've ever been able to do that to is roller derby.
Roller derby, yeah. I feel like, what sport do you think is the most asexual? I'm thinking ping pong or bowling. Or what's that bowling with the tiny little...
Candlepin?
Yeah, that feels pretty asexual to me. And then roller derby is lesbian.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So clearly lesbian.
Well, so there was a time when I got really, really into watching men's gymnastics.
Ooh, okay. I was into it during the Olympics.
Women's gymnastics is... I'm also a fan of women's gymnastics. It's, like, very artistic and stuff like that.
hates women,
is
what I'm hearing.
Like, women's gymnastics is very artistic and beautiful and stuff like that. And also, obviously, requires a lot of strength and skills. A lot of men's gymnastics is literally just... how do we make it very clear that this person is strong enough to lift a car?
Yeah. But they're totally different sports.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
They're not the same sport, which is so fascinating to me because there's not that many sports where the men's version and the women's version are just totally different.
And the reason for that is that men would completely whiff it in women's gymnastics.
Oh, yeah. And I think a lot of women could do some men's stuff pretty easily. For sure. It's not that men can't do it. It's just that they're not trained to do it.
There is a certain degree that makes it very, like, in general, testosterone makes you less flexible.
Wow. I did not know that.
So, in general, testosterone makes your muscles stronger and your ligaments weaker. And estrogen is the opposite. In general, mileage may vary, etc. That is, in general, people who have an estrogen-based hormonal system tend to be more flexible. And, like, you'll probably lose some flexibility.
That sucks, because I feel like I already didn't have enough. But I don't know, I feel like if you really train to stretch your ligaments, you can be flexible as a man. But I think it takes way more effort. It does take way more effort. And also, the type of build that male gymnasts have makes it very difficult to be flexible. Yes. I'm seeing a lot of very top-heavy... And when you have big muscles like that, you do tend to be less flexible. So, yeah, they're totally different sports. But I do like men's gymnastics, but I prefer women's because I think it just looks cooler. And that's just my opinion. But I think that about a lot of women's sports, you know? Yeah. The score disparity between American football and soccer is so funny. Soccer will be like, the game was a landslide victory, 2-0. 2-0. Well, hockey is the same way. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think hockey and soccer are the same sport, but people aren't ready for that conversation. The same sport? Okay, that was your hot take for the day. You just used up your hot take for the day. That was
I
crazy.
mean, obviously you have roller skates. No, ice skates.
Roller skates?
Ice skates in one and cleats for the other.
Well, the difference is look at all the gear that they're wearing in hockey.
Yeah, you should probably be wearing that much in soccer too, if we're being real.
Yeah, but then how could they run?
Train harder.
You heard it here, folks. M says to soccer players, train harder.
And the good thing is, none of our listeners will ever know what I look like.
You don't know that.
For reference, I'm jacked.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to yes and you, King. I'm going to yes and you, King. You know what's really funny? That guy we were talking about earlier would be roasting you so hard right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. He'd be like, what are these feminine trans men?
You're creating a guy to be mad at.
I do that all the time. That's 99% of why I'm mad, is because I created a guy to be mad at.
You'll fit right in the podcast space. Joe Rogan is your role model.
My role model?
That's 90% of what he does, too.
No.
Joe
That's
Rogan?
not what he does. He brings on people who are fucking stupid.
And together, the two of them create people to be mad
And
at.
together, they both spout the quote-unquote expert spouts misinformation, and then Joe Rogan's like, I don't know, might be true.
Yeah.
That's the whole podcast. Is he mad? I've never really listened to it, so.
But most of the way that right-wing misinformation works is creating a guy to get mad at.
Like a straw man, is that what that's called? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should stop doing that. So, for our audience, I'm going to stop creating a straw man argument. And apparently I have sunk cost fallacy, but I don't think I have that. I think Em is using that incorrectly.
Well, so I don't think sunk cost fallacy is a thing you have. I think it's a thing that people just do.
Yeah.
Myself included. Everyone does it sometimes.
I've done it before, but I don't think that me wanting to use the parking space that I paid for is a sunk cost fallacy.
Okay.
I'll die on this hill.
All right.
I feel like I have so much to talk about today.
All right, go for it.
So I'm moving in like a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty excited. We got this place that I'm going to dox myself. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's in...
Oh, shit.
And for people who don't know, kind of like a very hip, central area. I used to work in... I worked multiple jobs. And so I know the area.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice place.
And our rent is like reasonable.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Well, we have to get a place with like 5 people.
Well,
but
yeah.
It's like 5 people who are my chosen family, so it's not like a big deal. And I think the reason it's so cheap is because of the fucked up bathroom situation.
What's your fucked up bathroom situation?
Okay, so there's 5 bedrooms.
And 1 half bath.
Over 2 floors.
Okay.
And the first floor has a full bathroom.
Okay.
With a bathtub.
Okay.
A nice clawfoot bathtub. All renovated, pretty big. The second floor has 2 bedrooms and 1 full bathroom. Mm-hmm. But the full bathroom is an ensuite.
Oh.
So that means that in a typical roommate situation, 1 person gets a full bath to themselves, and then 4 people have to share 1 bath.
That is a little fucked up, yeah.
So no one wanted it. But because of my unique queer platonic chosen family situation, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'll share the bathroom with you.
Right.
You know? And we have the whole house to ourselves.
Oh, that's really nice.
I know. The owner, though, I think is an asshole. He tried to sell us a parking spot for $250. And I was like, for the year? That's actually really good. And then he was like, no, that's for the month.
No.
Honey, no.
You can definitely get like a resident parking permit and street park somewhere.
Well, I'm selling my car.
Okay.
I
mean, yeah, the sounds it was
making today. I actually was going to ask you if you would go back to the parking garage with me and listen to it.
I don't know anything about cars.
And you also have to go right at 1.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hang out with my grandma.
That's awesome.
I see her every weekend.
You're such a good little boy. You're such a good little grandson.
And every weekend she goes, oh, it's going to be so sad when you leave. Who's going to come be my guest?
I'll be your grandma's guest. Is she cute?
She doesn't speak English.
Well, I could learn Russian, Ukrainian,
Russian.
I could learn Russian. It's not that hard.
If you figure it out, I've been trying for like 15 years, so... No, my Russian's
Well, how do you
fine.
communicate with
My
her?
Russian's fine.
Okay, so you do
It's
speak
not-
Russian.
My grammar is stinky and awful.
But that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She can understand you. And
Yeah.
You can understand her.
Mhm.
You know, I've had full conversations with people where we're both speaking different languages.
Yeah.
Which in Spanish.
Mhm.
That's the only language I could do that in. I feel like maybe if someone who was from French Canada was speaking really slowly, a little bit.
Interesting. Well,
And there were subtitles.
the subtitles are key because a lot of like French vocabulary is Latin derived.
Yes.
So, you know.
And I took 4 years of French.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like if I have the subtitles, I can parse what they're saying. It's just the auditory that's really hard for me. And same with Spanish. It's the auditory is really hard.
I've been trying to remember how to actually speak French because I've been like listening and like reading stuff in the couple years since I've like actively studied it, but my speaking and writing has like fallen down the gutter.
Yeah.
And so
speaking is really hard.
I'm like reading texts out loud and I'm like, "Oh my god, my accent is just garbage."
You're gonna get roasted.
I mean, I got roasted last time too.
Yeah.
I just like I definitely am doing better now than I did then, just because then I didn't even understand which vowels were the problem of the like 14 vowel sounds in the French language.
And they're all in one word.
Not an exaggeration.
No.
Now I know which pairs I mix up. I have a friend who's been helping me, and I'll be like, okay, so is it this one or this one? And he'll be like, you did the same thing twice. And I'm like, no, I didn't.
Well, it's kind of like Mandarin. Like, have you ever heard like Mandarin?
Oh yeah,
lessons?
I took a year of Mandarin.
Really?
Yeah, in 6th grade.
I would love to. Oh, okay. Well, I would love to take Mandarin, but I don't.
It's
really difficult to hear even the difference between some of the sounds. Like to me, I've seen videos where they're like doing like a little Mandarin lesson, and I'm like,
the tone is really hard.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And it's a totally different word that means something totally different.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It's for things like that. It's easy-ish to pick up from context when you're absorbing it, but the problem comes with producing it.
Yeah.
Because learning other languages, you'll get to a spot where you're like, I don't hear this difference, but other people say, yes, that's good when I do this, and no, that's not good when I do the other thing.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what the difference is, but I'm getting different results. Yeah, for sure.
French distinguishes between the sound oo and u.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know why.
It's oo, but you purse your lips. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Nope.
Ooh.
You're doing a diphthong. That's a different sound.
I'm Southern. I can't help it.
And so I don't hear the difference, but people are like, yes, that's right when I make the distinction. So I'm like, I guess I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
None of my business.
None of my business what I sound like in French.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's so easy to understand other languages, actually, if you really listen to it and you study it. Maybe for a year, it's not that hard to understand a different language. It's hard to write in that language. It's hard to communicate. It's hard to speak in that language. That's my opinion. Now, I haven't really tried to understand like Russian or Hungarian. Mandarin, I think, is another one that is hard. But I'd love to learn Japanese. My girlfriend knows Japanese.
Japanese is another hard one.
And
well, the reading and writing is really hard.
It's been really cool because we've watched a couple animes before together because we're both little nerds, and she'll like find me Easter eggs in the anime that I never would have known about before. That like they can't translate everything that's on the screen.
Right.
And I'm like, oh damn, it's awesome.
Slay.
And I'm like, I feel like, what if I learned Japanese?
Yeah, I'm always in favor of people learning other languages, even if you never get to a spot where you can use it for anything. I think the act of like doing all that is good for the brain.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, other news, I'm coming out at work.
Ooh, what caused you to get to that spot?
So they're taking us to Florida on a work trip.
Yes.
In 2 weeks. And I have a mustache, and I was kind of coming to the point of like, either I need to shave my mustache or I need to come out to everyone at my job.
Okay.
And I'm not shaving my mustache.
Okay.
I'm gripping onto every last hair of my mustache for everything that it's worth. I'm not letting go of a single hair.
Rocking the T-Boy rat stash.
It really is a rat stash. And not to like digress, but it's really showing me how little effort men have to put into their appearance to be perceived as attractive. I felt like when I was trying to force myself to be a woman, I could never get to a level where I felt like I needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't gotta do shit. I feel like I'm doing negative shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm letting all my hair grow and
Mhm.
everyone's like, ooh, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's literally like if you put on deodorant and wipe your ass, you're a attractive guy.
Yeah, or if you like coordinate your outfit like at all or put
Mhm.
any effort into how you look, it's like, oh my God, he's so put together. It's like I'm wearing a tank top and flip-flops.
Mhm.
Like, you really think I have my life together because of this?
Mhm.
Like, yes, they do.
Yeah.
The bar is so fucking low.
As long as it doesn't have active beer stains on it.
And I don't drink beer, so I'm exempt from that.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm in my hot era and I'm doing nothing. I'm doing
Yeah.
way less than I was doing before. But the one thing I won't do is shave my mustache
Fair.
because I have been taking minoxidil every fucking day.
Mhm.
And also tea, but I feel like minoxidil is doing a lot of heavy lifting because I think tea works a little slower.
I didn't
for
get
hair
get
growth.
tea facial hair for more than a year.
Yeah, no, it's the minoxidil for sure, and it's been working great. One person's looking in here.
It's Hank's lawyer.
I wonder if our listeners will even know what that means because I have no idea what order these are going to be released in.
Yeah.
It's Hank's lawyers pissing outside.
Mm-hmm. And that's a teaser for next week's episode.
That's a teaser. Or for last week's episode. We don't know. But I'm coming out at work because I was like, I cannot show up to this trip with a mustache. And my girlfriend is like, you should just show up and not say anything. Haha. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, some of these people are actually my friends. And I mean, as much as like, my coworkers
your work
that
friends,
I work
yeah.
remotely with and don't ever see in person. And I'm like, I'm not going to see these people in person again for probably a long time, if ever. So I feel like it's really disingenuous and unfair to show up with a mustache and not say anything.
I mean,
it's unfair to me.
Because I know the last time we talked about this, you were worried about like getting fired about it.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that if you want to get into it?
So I feel like I've reached the 6-month point.
Mhm.
So if they do fire me, then I feel like I am in a better position to get another job.
I think that makes sense.
So I've reached a point where I know enough about the job.
Mhm.
I've learned a whole new coding language from working at this job. I've learned actually multiple new technologies and coding languages from this job. And so I feel like I'm at a way better point than a new grad, even though I've only been working for 6 months.
That makes sense.
Not to say that I would find another job immediately, but I feel confident that I could find another job. And also I'm just in a more financially stable spot.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and so I just feel like I'm in a way better financial spot. And I survived getting fired before illegally, and then I sued my employer that fired me, and I won.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm like, maybe I'll just do that again. You know, like they can't fire me for being trans, and I have a really good performance in my job. So, but no, there's only one coworker that I'm kind of worried about because he loves to say the R slur at work.
Ooh.
I've complained on him before. He just seems like the type of person who would be like, oh, it's just too hard for me because I'm neurodivergent and I don't understand and I'm just a 90s kid, so I'm just not used to all of this stuff. It's like
what
trans
the fuck?
people existed in the 90s, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the and I'm like, you're not that much older than me. I think he's like under 35. Like,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
less than 5 years apart.
Y'all are
in
basically the
age.
same age then.
Yeah, but I get perceived as younger because I just graduated from undergrad.
Right. And you also, I'm sure, trans mask situation.
I come across as younger than I am. And he loves to condescend and say rude things about me. And I did complain a few weeks ago, like a month ago, and he's been fine since then.
Well, that's good.
But I don't know how this new challenge is going to meet him.
Oh, God.
You know?
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm capitalizing a lot of the space. I
All
just
good.
have a lot to talk about.
I mean, I've been mostly in my house recovering from my job, recovering from everything and getting prepared to move.
Yeah.
So I don't...
How's your brother doing, by the way?
I mean, the first time, he's only had COVID twice. This is his second time.
Okay.
His first time having COVID was quite bad. Like,
Wow.
he had a very hard time. He was in high school, and they wouldn't give him an elevator pass.
What the hell?
So he was having trouble with the stairs and stuff.
Because after you have COVID, I mean, you could even hear it now with the coughing.
Right.
And, like,
Yeah.
I'm still, and I'm like a week out from being done with my quarantine.
Yeah.
It's rough.
So he's definitely doing better than that.
That's good.
He was prompted to test because he was sniffling, so he's not completely asymptomatic.
The new variant that is going around, I have noticed it is less severe for a lot of people, but I think lasts a little bit longer. And I think that's what's causing it to go around more. I mean, that's my uneducated opinion and just based on a lot of people I know who've gotten COVID recently. So, yeah, no, the after effects are fucking real.
Yeah.
And I went to IKEA last weekend, and I also have arthritis through my entire body. And when I get a virus, it flares up my arthritis. And I was having trouble with stairs and breathing and like out of breath. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to use one of the wheelchairs they have. And one of my friends were pushing me. And I was so nervous to do it. But then once I did it, it was fine.
Yeah.
And I felt so much better. And shout out to IKEA. This is an accessible as fuck store. I had no problem. They had a free wheelchair available. I will say it's not a power chair. It's a push or manual chair, which kind of a little bit defeats the purpose for me. So I would have had to have someone pushing me at least most of the time. I also have arthritis in my shoulders, hands, and all of my joints. So pushing myself with the wheel is really hard.
Yeah.
I was able to be pushed, and every space that I wanted to go in was wide enough for the wheelchair to clear in.
That's awesome.
Like, I could tell they took a tape measure and made sure. I think there was maybe one spot where I couldn't get through, and the only spots I couldn't get through were because people's carts were in the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they had fully accessible family gender neutral bathrooms.
Slay.
The entire dining hall is accessible.
Slay.
Even the line for the cafeteria. And so I feel pretty confident that if I had gone there as a wheelchair user by myself, you know, I could have used the space just like everyone else. And
Slay.
That's so unusual.
Yeah.
That's very unusual. Yeah. The only inaccessible thing about IKEA is that you can't really take the T there. You have to drive.
Shout out IKEA.
Shout out IKEA. And shout out to my friends, because I was like, oh, guys, I'm too embarrassed to use the wheelchair. I don't know, people are going to judge me. Or I have this fear that, like, if I need to use a wheelchair and people see me stand up, they're going to confront me.
Okay.
Some people have a perception that only paralyzed people use wheelchairs, which is extremely incorrect. But literally that did not happen. And I had my friends with me, and they would have, like, destroyed. I am friends with some really sassy people. Again, fake person to be mad at that didn't exist. Yeah. That I was scared of.
Yeah.
So that was a accessibility slay for me.
Huge slay.
Yeah. And I think if I hadn't had COVID right before that, I probably would have been fine. But the day before, I had gone berry picking, so I was really sore from that, and I had to keep stopping all day. And I was like, I know I can't do IKEA after that.
Yeah, that's fair. So I've only had COVID twice. So the first time was just awful. Like, I had body aches so bad I couldn't get out of bed.
Did you take Paxlovid or
anything? It wasn't out yet when I had it the first time.
You had it early.
I mean, I had it in like 2021.
Okay.
No, 2022.
Oh, but Paxlovid came out in 2021.
I was also abroad.
Oh, it might not have been available where you were.
And so
were you in France?
I was in France, yeah.
Okay.
And I had it, so it like went around my study abroad group, and I had it the worst out of anyone there. And then I had it, I'm probably going to cut some of the details of this. Okay. But the reason I broke up with my last ex, she was an RA. And she was, like, people were moving, this was in 2024, beginning of 2024.
Okay.
And people were, like, moving back in from all over the everywhere. And I was like, hey, when we see each other for the next 2 weeks, I'd appreciate it if we would mask. Because you're going to be helping with move-in from truly everywhere.
And to be clear, were you asking her to wear a mask while she was around the other people, or when she was with you?
With me.
Okay.
The two of us would just mask whenever we would see each other.
That's a completely normal and reasonable boundary.
And she was like, I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to mask around my partner. And I was like, I don't want to argue about this with you anymore. Can we just break up instead?
Yeah. That's a breakup moment. That's fucked up.
I was wearing a mask that whole time. I had COVID at that time.
You would have
And
given
she
it to
didn't
her.
get it.
Because you were masked.
Because I was masked.
Because you literally were wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna start masking more. Is what I've learned from from this podcast episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it for a bunch of reasons. I also just find that it makes people feel less comfortable to talk to me, especially if I'm in like big over-ear headphones, masked up with like the big like KN95 masks.
Yeah, like the serious
like black ones. You don't want to see any part of my face. I don't want you to see any part of my face.
And I can't hear you.
Do not speak to me. Do not fart in my direction.
Well, I guess that's it. We still don't have an outro.
Yeah, we probably should get an outro.
I didn't even introduce myself in the beginning of the episode. I'm Hayes.
Oh, I think I might have introduced you as my co-host who isn't here yet.
Okay, great. I'm Hayes. I use he, him pronouns. I do improv. I do music. I'm a software engineer, and I have a basketball game tomorrow.
Are you playing or watching?
No, it was a Vine reference.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to BPL. We're in their basement.
Anti-shout out to fuck you.
We're adding you to our shit list.
I'm probably going to bleep the name, but...
No, don't bleep the name. And same with... And don't bleep...
Okay, sure.
Fuck you. Don't like you. And I don't think your apology is genuine. If you want to really apologize, you can come on to Good Sports Podcast. And on that note...
I think he might live in Boston.
Oh, fuck. Of course he lives in Boston.
Or at least I think he did for a while. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Good Sports Podcast, where everything is gonna be alright. Thank you for listening to Good Sports Podcast. I've been Hayes.
And I've been Em, and this has continued to not be a sports podcast. Remember to follow us on Tumblr at goodsportspodcast.tumblr.com.
Our asks are open, so drop your opinions, and you may be featured on a future episode.
Our podcast art was done by Ellis. You can follow them on Instagram at digitalfuture.cat.
Love us, hate us, let us know by leaving a review and rating us 5 stars on your podcast app of choice.
And remember to always be a good sport.